Hi everybody, welcome back. Today is Q&A time and thank you to everybody who gave me questions on my Insta stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is up here. That's where I usually post questions or requests for questions. I have quite a few questions. I haven't actually read all of them yet. I just saw them and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a long video, so I hope you guys got your coffee. I don't have my coffee. I'm gonna grab my coffee and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with my coffee and it is too hot to drink right now. My own little joys. Favorite bag to date. This is really hard, okay, because I love all my bags. Like every single one of them, I'm like, I like you, but I also like you, and I don't like you, but yeah, I still like you. So it's really, really hard to pick. I can probably say my favorite bag currently, which is my LVCoffeeLver bag. I am going to be review video of this bag, pros and cons, you know, how it looks like along my body. I'm gonna do that right after this video. Yeah, but favorite bag to date, it is really hard. If I really like want to force it, could be my Chanel camera case bag, the one that has like a little bit of damage. I think that one, every time I look at it, I just feel so happy. I can remember how I purchased it and all that. I think that would be the one. Rachel Eileen, what do you think about the multi-pochette? Would you purchase one? So I actually did a video of this bag and I'll link it up here and in the description box below. It is really hard to get right now. My essay actually offered it to me like eons ago when it launched and I was like, oh, what is that? But now I've been really liking it. It's impossible to purchase right now. I know some people are really lucky to get it, but I'm not lucky at the moment. So yeah, I am liking that bag, and yes, I am thinking about getting one. From Daniel, I cannot think of a good question, so I will ask you a bad one. Would you buy any more high street bags? So I actually had to look up the term high street because I guess I'm confused with the word high street and fast fashion, because I think in the olden days, high street meant like the more popular streets where you could find the Guccis and all that. That is like the high street, you know, the expensive street. But in the recent years, high street came synonymous with fast fashion. So when you think high street now, you think of Zara, you think of, you know, Marks and Spencer, the more, you know, affordable, yet it's still on the higher end spectrum. So the Kate Spades and all, I think that would be in the realm of high street. So if I'm using that thought, I won't be purchasing any more high street bags, because when I think high street now, I think fast fashion. And yeah, with the Zaras and the H&Ms and the Uniqlos taking over the high street, and they are considered high street brands, if there are any bags that they create, I actually will not buy. Scarlet Collection, what are your thoughts on divorce? Or divorce, I don't know how you pronounce it. Wow, this is like deep. So I have some friends who have gone through this, and sad to say, most of the cases, it's because of another party. And you know, it's really sad when I hear things like that, because if you think about a marriage, it is something so forever. That's how I look at it. I look at it so forever. I feel like you find that partner that you really want to build your life with. And of course, when you're in that relationship, in a marriage, it is so different, right? You get to know each other, for the good and the bad, I'm telling you. It's really challenging to be with a person because you have to be very accommodating. They can be the nicest boyfriend or the nicest girlfriend, but when you live together, you're like 24/7, 365 days, it's in your face. Every single thing can be annoying, but every single thing can also be wonderful, right? So there is such a spectrum. So when you go through a marriage, I feel like it's a learning curve. It's a huge learning curve. It's a huge commitment, and it can be a struggle, but it also is like a journey, right? So when it comes to divorce, I feel like for me, if the couple has gone through all of that and they just can't make it work, I say do it. Even though I feel like people should try, like if I look at my parents, I look at them and they fight day in, day out, they just quarrel and they, it's like they just can't stand each other, but they make it work. And my parents have been married for 40, they were telling me like 40 something years, and I just scratched my head going like, how did you live with each other? They love each other, but they hate each other as well. It's not hate, okay? I'm just using that very loosely, but they fight, they go like, you always never do this, they nag at each other. But when I see my dad like help my mom out, I just go like, that's love, So I hope when it comes to divorce, it's like, so you've tried every single thing. You fight it out, you shout it out, you lived apart, you've done everything you can to try. But if this doesn't work, then you know what, do it. Because divorce is not just the two of you guys. It's the whole network. It's the parents, it's the family, it's the brother, it's the sister on one side and on the other side. And it's the whole jungle involved, So if you've tried every method to make it work and it doesn't work, then I say do it, because oh my gosh, you can't be living with each other and hating each other's guts for the rest of your life. But I feel very strongly about trying. That is a really long answer. I think in summary, I'm on the camp of forever and ever, and just because I have a role model parent that if you see them together screaming at each other, and now that they're so much older and they have each other, it's almost incredible, right? There were so many moments when I was growing up, I thought, oh my god, my dad is going to find another mom. And I thought, obviously, in the eyes of a child, you see your parents fight, you think that's the end. But now that I look back about it, they're just nagging each other. But yeah, those were the moments you feel like, oh my gosh, how are they gonna live with each other? They hate each other. But they were just being parents, being a couple, going through the relationship. And now that I look at them, it's incredible. Even they look at me like, oh, married this man for like 47 years. It's like, how did you do it? Like, then they laugh it out. It's almost magical. Gaya Lassi, one makeup product and one food you would take to a deserted island. Okay, one makeup product. I think I would take lip gloss. I couldn't be bothered with my eyes and everything, but if my lips start to peel and crack and everything, I think that is just utterly painful. So if I don't have lip balm, because it has to be makeup, I would say lip balm is kind of like skincare. But yeah, I would bring lip gloss. And one food, curry mee. Definitely curry mee. 2 questions and you want to be anonymous? Okay, so will your colleagues judge you for carrying expensive bags? I think some of them do. Some of them think I am so posh and so up there. I think they probably do. And I try not to shove it into their faces. I'm generally, I feel, maybe, some might disagree, I'm generally a nice person. I don't go in front of people like, oh, shouting at them. I'm just like, I'm most of the time polite. What's a good Hermes bag to start with in terms of money and practicality? Thanks. I thought about this when I saw this question, and I was going through, like the Hermes, the Gypsy bag. I was thinking about the Lindy, and I was going through like a few, like the Bolide and all. But I came to the conclusion, like in terms of price and practicality, I feel like the Hermes Garden Party Tote is a good one. You can wear it for a variety of occasions. It can be casual, you can use it for work, you can use it for traveling. If I took one of the crossbody bags, I can't remember the name right now, the one with the H, the Evelyn, yeah. It's not so suitable for most corporate work. It's great for traveling, but not so great for like really work environments. But the Hermes Garden Party Tote, it's more of the cheaper Hermes bags, and you can actually, you know, it's very useful. You can use it for a daily going out. If you get the bigger one, obviously you could use it for traveling. Like the size 36 is great for, you know, stuffing a lot of stuff inside. I'm the only one. Do you travel back to KL from Singapore weekly? I try to, but not, you know, it's not always the case, because sometimes I have to be back in KL to do things, and my parents live in KL, and it's, yeah, I just want to come back and see them, and they are getting old. So yeah, I try to do it as often as I can, but no, it's not been weekly. May 84, are you going to get the Chanel 19 bag? So just like the earlier question, Chanel 19 bag is one of the bags that I have been just eyeing on. I just love the soft, scrunchy, just laid back look of the bag. My concerns with it is how it will look like in a few years time. Actually, not even a few years. Like if you use that bag every day for a year, how would it look like? Because it doesn't have much of a structure. But yeah, I'm not talking about the bag right now, but yes, I am really eyeing that bag. Hello teacher, are you worried about the COVID-19 situation? To be absolutely honest, I am not. I am concerned a little because, you know, I don't want to see people getting sick, and I really feel sorry about the situation that's happening in China, because I think if I was in China, I would be extremely worried. But in Singapore, with the government doing, you know, all kinds of things to make sure the situation is contained, I feel assured. So it really takes away the worry. And when I'm back in Malaysia, there's practically no worry. I feel like nobody is wearing masks, you know, although there are some people wearing, but it's so little. I think 1 out of 100, like if you're in a supermarket, you probably see one guy like at the end of the mall wearing a mask. And yeah, things are sold out, you know, hand sanitizers and all of that, but it's not as crazy, if I want to use that word, crazy as Singapore, because I guess Singapore has more cases. I think the second most out of China. And yes, you can feel there's a little bit more worry, but personally, I feel like the government is doing a lot of things, a lot of communication, a lot of sharing, a lot of news, you know, constantly giving people update about the situation of how they are managing it. And I don't feel worried. I feel, you know, relatively safe. DTB, last year you had mentioned a big goal you were working towards. I hope you did it. Yes, I did. It was basically paying off the house, and we have done that. We have one more big goal coming up, and I'm hoping to do that by next year as well. So yeah, it was I know it's not so exciting, but paying off a house is pretty exciting. Ernie Tan, leather industry is one of the cruelest industries. I am cutting down on leather goods. Appreciate your thoughts. This is a very sensitive topic. You know, me being a luxury lover, I love my leather. And it's a topic that everybody has an opinion on. It can be the leather industry, it can be the meat industry, it can be the recycling industry, it can be any industry. There will be a problem with it. So I make peace to the fact that I eat meat. I love my chicken, beef, pork, you know, I love the basic animal meat. And with that, there will always be the topic of cruelty. I think for people who are concerned about the leather industry and you're concerned about buying that leather bag, but you still love it, is to learn about the brand. To learn about the brand that is, you know, how are they monitoring their supply chain? How are they monitoring their manufacturers? How are they getting their leather from? Are they cruel? Like, you know, you need to learn about that. So if that is an area that you're really concerned about, then go deep. Go really deep into that brand. If it's Givenchy or Gucci, how are they getting their stuff? So the deeper you go, I'm sure you will find that for a lot of these big industries and for these big brands, they don't really monitor their their downline all the way, their downstream, because it's too far down, right? By the time it reaches them, that piece of leather, they wouldn't know whether that animal was slaughtered, you know, humanely, or it was just ripped off from the skin while they're still alive. It's scary, really, it's scary. So if it is a concern for many people, like the leather industry, then look for other alternatives. Vegan leather, don't even take leather, take cloth, take, you know, cotton, you know. And I could also talk about the cotton industry, because the cotton industry, which is obviously doesn't damage harm any animals, is also very damaging to the environment. So every single industry has its problems. I feel like one way that we can play a part, because you can't fight it, okay? You know, I know it's so awful to say, and people who are activists will say, what do you mean you can't fight it? You can, you know, we all stand together. Seriously. But we can do something else. And I was reading an article somewhere where this quote came from, hang on, let me just check. So make sure that it didn't come from Kat. This quote came from Vivienne Westwood. Buy less, choose well, and make it last. I thought that was such an inspirational and meaningful quote. So if I have my leather bag, buy less, so don't keep buying bags, which is I'm trying to do that. Choose well, I'm not sure if this is chosen well, but I try to think I chose well, and make it last. And that helps the whole industry as a whole. So like you said, you're cutting back. So it means whatever you have already, you should be making it last, making it work for you. And that would also send a signal to the industry to reduce production, and that will trickle down the line. It's really difficult. Like every single industry has its problems. By us not consuming excessively would send the signal. So that's my thought. Mini Lil Lux, your thoughts on the BV pouch shoulder bag and the BV Jody bag. Which color would you get? Between the two bags, I actually prefer the the pouch shoulder bag. I don't really like the pouch as a clutch, but as a shoulder bag, I prefer it than the Jody bag. Though the Jody bag is more iconic because it has the weave design, but I think it's a little bit old, and I used to have a BV bag which I sold, and you know that weaving can be quite problematic, so I prefer the smooth bag. Now if I were to get that pouch bag, I'll definitely get it in a neutral color. Black is my preferred option. French Mask, are you considering adding a new watch as an investment piece, maybe a Rolex? Yes, I am, but not now. So I am planning to get a Rolex maybe when I hit a milestone. So it's definitely not something in the near future, like 1 or 2 years. It's probably, oh wait, hang on, I am 38. So a near future would be when I hit 40. If by the time I hit 40, we hit our big goal and I have some, you know, spare cash, maybe, or I could push it to 45, or maybe I'll push it to 50. Definitely it's coming into my collection, just that I'm not ready for it right now. And I talked about the Rolex before. I feel like the Rolex is such a milestone watch. I know a lot of people have it right now and they say buy it now before the price goes up. But I feel like I'm unworthy of wearing a Rolex watch. I know some people are thinking you're crazy. I think I am. But I just feel like when you wear a Rolex, it just signifies a status. It's like, I made it. Yep. I feel like that, okay? And I feel like where I am today, I have not made it. I'm not at that stage where I can say, all right, you know, we're good, we're cool. I'm not there yet. I feel like I have so many more commitments to fulfill. And once I'm done with that, I'm ready for the watch. I'm ready for that big gold, diamond, mother of pearl Rolex watch. I think that's the combination that I want. Though I'm not sure about the mother of pearl, but yeah, it's definitely gold, it's definitely diamonds, it's definitely like in your face kind of thing. Like, go big or go home, right? Gracie, what's your next bag? Not telling you, girl. It is coming up, okay? I am going to be revealing it in my birthday haul. So my birthday haul is coming up because it's February now. My birthday month is March and I am super excited. I am excited because it's my birthday month, but I'm also a little, I don't want to talk about it now, but yeah, I'm a little sad because I don't get to celebrate it with my best friend. But I'm definitely going to visit her on my birthday. I'm saying like, hey babe, cheers, cheers to me, cheers to me. I'm gonna have a little laugh with her. But yeah, birthday haul, watch it. The same question from here is Jesslyn. What is on your mind now for your next purchase? LV, no more Chanel? Yep, my birthday haul, babe. You've got to watch my birthday haul. And to answer your question, no more Chanel. I am still obviously looking at Chanel bags, like the Vanity, like the Chanel 19. It is on my mind, but I am a little bit like stepping back from Chanel. The prices are crazy. I haven't had the best service. I'm just a little bit irritated with the brand ever since my last experience. I don't know, my love for it is a little bit tainted. It doesn't mean no more Chanel bags, just maybe no more at the moment. I'm just like, no, I'm really liking my LV and I'm really liking other brands at the moment. Asking your opinion. How do you manage overthinking? I felt like failing an exam. What should I do? So I think you're thinking that you're gonna fail your exam, you're thinking you're just overthinking it. For me, overthinking is something that I do constantly. My brain is always working, always thinking, like if this happens, if that happens, what if this happens? You know, I'm always got this what ifs. I think you can't really stop overthinking, but one thing that I always do is to stop myself, is to catch myself when I am going a little bit berserk with the overthinking. I'm like, wait a minute, take 10 steps back. And why am I thinking the way I'm thinking? Like, what is making me go on this tangent of overthinking? Because sometimes you're sitting there, you're like, oh my, what if this happened? And you just like, oh my gosh, if this happened, oh my, what if I do this? You can go on and on, but you have to stop yourself. Like, I have to like mentally say, whoa, 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 chill, chill, chill. Relax. That's not gonna happen. And I have to roll back my thoughts and go like, yeah, okay, I was just going off tangent. But if I roll back my thoughts and I say, that's a real possibility, I think back again and I will do something about it. So really, it's catching yourself, being aware that you are overthinking, and that's the first step to stop yourself. It's okay to overthink. You know, overthinking is about being prepared as well. Like, you gotta think, okay, what to do this, do that, do this, you know, just going through the motion. But when you're overdoing it, that's when you have to ask yourself, am I overdoing this? You have to really do a checkpoint and cut it. Otherwise, like you said, you'll overthink. P. Castillo, have you ever considered the LV Pichette Matisse? Many people have asked me this question before, and I've only considered it one time, honestly, when I saw it in store. So the client advisor brought it out and I was quite surprised that they had it in stock. I knew it was a really popular bag, but I was really surprised that they had one ready for me to buy, and I was kind of tempted to purchase it. But when I tried it along my body, you know, as a crossbody bag, and I tested the clasp, and I felt the shoulder strap, it just, I don't know, it just didn't go. It looked a bit bulky on me, and maybe there was just so much monogram with the strap and the bag, and it wasn't the most comfortable. I ended up not getting it, and I know a lot of people like it. I've also seen ladies carrying it, you know, when I'm in the train, and I don't know, it just doesn't attract me. I don't know why. It looks, it's boxy. I like a boxy bag, but I don't know, I just feel like it's very, I can't find the right word for it. It's just not a bag that I would personally pick. Love Lux Eat, if you can be a guest designer at a fashion house, which one would you choose and why? Oh my gosh, I'm going to be the guest designer for Celine. I am gonna go in there and I'm gonna take out all of Phoebe's old designs and just recreate it and say, nah, this is what Celine looks like, not this grungy YSL look-alike. LVCoffeeLver, who are your favorite people to watch on YouTube? Oh my gosh, babe, you are definitely one of them. I love all your videos. I know you're not fishing for compliments, but really, you're definitely one of them. I have so many, and I actually really like to watch the smaller channels now. It's not that I don't love the big channels like Fashionably by Amy. If you're watching, I love all your videos, babe. You have, I don't know, every time I watch your videos, I just feel like such an ugly duckling. I'm like, "Rrr," and you're like so angelic and so beautiful. And I'm like, okay. You know, the kind of thing. Fashionably by Amy, big channel. I love watching her. I love watching some smaller channels like Lena Larsson. I've talked about her. ClaraZeela. I love watching. I found out this new one, Brunette Press. Gosh, I have so many. I think I'm gonna not miss out anybody. I'm just gonna list the channels that I commonly watch. It's not that it's not like an exhaustive list. It is a list of some. I think I'll probably put 10 in the description box. So if you guys are looking for new channels to watch, which I think most of you are already watching them, I'll just list them all below, because I don't know, I really enjoy watching, I don't want to say like smaller channels. These are not small channels, okay? They are decent size. But of course, when you say small, it's in the relative term of the YouTube community. Because when you say big, you think 100,000, 30,000, 40,000. You're thinking those are the bigger ones. But when you say small, when I say small, I'm thinking of the below 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Even mine's a small channel as well. So I feel like we're a little community of luxe lovers. And though I love the bigger channels, my main gripe with some of these channels is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get shot for this. I feel like variety is a problem. I'm trying to vary my channel, and it's difficult, okay? I'm telling you, it's difficult because people like to watch a channel that has a specific niche. Like if you're only luxury, I'm here for it. I only watch luxury, and that's great. But I feel YouTube is also a little bit of an entertainment. It's also a community. So I want to know more about the people that I'm watching. So it's not just about the luxury, right? It's the vlogs, it's the other things that they like to do. It's that thing that makes the person behind, in front of the camera, it makes that person more real. So when it's a channel that is just strictly one direction, yes, it serves a purpose, it helps the channel to grow tremendously, but I feel a little disconnected to who I'm watching. So I love watching people like Jerusha. She has a huge platform, but I love watching her vlogs. I feel like it allowed me to see a different side of just her luxury. I feel like when I watch her vlogs, I see her babies and her children, I just feel so connected. So that's what I mean when big channels don't vary it. And yeah, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I feel like with the amount of things to watch now, sometimes we lose that connection to the person that we are watching. Babe, you got 2 more questions. Does your hubby watch YouTube? Baby, do you watch YouTube?
Yes!
He said yes, if you didn't hear that. My favorite exercise. I like doing weights. I like doing a weight training class. So body pump is my favorite. And in that body pump class, my favorite exercise is the clean and press. Yep, with the clean and presses, because you get your whole body in it. The squats, the back, the arms, the abs. Yeah, that's my favorite exercise. Kimio92, do you let your hair grow long again? LYSM. LYSM. Do you know that the first time I read LYSM months ago, I was like, what is LYSM? Is it some kind of Lysol? Google LYSM. Oh, love you so much. Love you so much. Okay, yes, I am letting it grow. Can you see? It's in a mess. This part, like, oh my gosh, it's coming. Right now, it's still curling in slightly, but when I like, you know, when my hair is wet and I'm like leaning back, this part starts to curl. It goes like this. Ah, the 60s haircut is coming back. It's like ding, ding, ding. So yes, I am trying to grow it out. It is at a, you know, still pretty manageable length, especially after I wash my hair. I have to kind of like, you know, make sure the parting is there and all. But yeah, I am trying. It is so hard. I forgot what it's like to grow out the hair. So this will turn into a bob, which obviously I have some videos of that, and then it will slowly grow. My hairdresser says it'll take a couple of years. Like, oh, can we make it? Klong Klong, has the Chanel North South boy caught your eye so far? No, it hasn't. Actually, the first time I've heard about it is reading your comment. I'm like, North South boy. I checked it out and I'm like, oh, okay, it's like a longer size walk. It doesn't, yeah. So I think just because it reminds me of the walk, I am not a big fan of the walk, so no, it hasn't caught my eye. Come on, Roll Black. Thoughts on the Chanel 19B and what size would you get? I really like the size medium. I feel like the medium is like the jumbo, but it gives you that, you know, capacity, and it just really looks good top handle. So that would be the size that I would get, except the problem that I have with it is the strap. It is way too long for me. When I wear it on like my shoulder, it falls too low from my hip bone, and I don't like that. It's like it's swinging. It's only nice if you wear crossbody, but because it's a pretty large bag, it's like wearing your Chanel Jumbo crossbody. It's like in your face. So I feel like that bag just looks good top handle. Got two more questions from ClaraZeela. Do you use perfume? And if yes, what is my favorite fragrance? I do. I use Annick Goutal and the oh, let me bring it out. So this is the old bottle, and this is in the limited edition design or color, because it used to be a clear glass. This is Petite Sherry from Annick Goutal, and this is my favorite perfume. It's a really light floral smell, but it's one of the few perfumes that doesn't give me a headache. Annick Goutal's perfumes are superb, okay? They are unique, they are fresh, they've got, you know, a variety, a spectrum of smells, but Petite Sherry is one of their bestseller, and oh my gosh, it's one of the few perfumes. It's not a floral, it's not a citrusy smell, it's actually a floral smell, but it's so light. Let me just spray a little bit. Ooh. I just smell my armpit. But oh my gosh, it's so light and so lovely that this perfume, I know most people when they smell it, they're like, that's nice. Like a lot of people, when I walk past and I'm having this perfume on, they say, what is that smell? It's really nice. Last question is from Jia Hui. Why do you not buy pre-loved bags? I do actually, babe. I have a few pre-loved bags already. I have my Speedy LV Noe, which is pre-loved. My Hermes Birkin and my Hermes Toolbox are also pre-loved bags. So yeah, I do buy pre-loved. I don't go into the pre-loved market looking for bags unless there's a specific bag that I feel, you know, I don't want to pay retail for, or if I can't find it in the retail market anymore, then yes, I will go into the pre-loved market. But I don't normally dive into the pre-loved market because I'm really bad at looking out for fakes, and I'm really bad at reading descriptions and seeing whether it's, you know, I just really don't want to deal with that. Buying from retail gives me that, you know, assurance and insurance, if you want to say, that I can get after sales care, and I don't mind paying for that. I don't mind paying for that in the retail market because it gives me peace of mind. I don't have to worry about, you know, all the other problems that come with buying a pre-loved bag. Okay guys, that wraps up my Q&A today. I hope this video is not an hour long. If it is, I might cut it into two, but I think we're keeping it to under an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It will help me so much with my channel. And I hope you guys are also subscribed. There is a button right here, somewhere here. There's also a bell. If you click it, you'll be notified when my videos go up. And right now I'm trying to upload every Tuesday, Friday, and occasionally if I manage to film an extra video, you get a bonus video on Sunday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.